Well, welcome along to Sportsbet.io's Euro podcast. Of course, 3 of these every single week across Germany, Italy, and in this one, Spain, with our fantastic friend Juan Castro over today in Miami. He's a real jet setter. We'll be taking a look at some hopefully really interesting action this weekend in La Liga. Juan, hello. We will start with Celta against Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid have got some injury issues at the moment. Would you be happy that they will still beat Celta Vigo?
I think it's a difficult stadium for Real. As you know, as you say, there are a lot of injured people. We will see what happens on the weekend. Who is playing, who is not. I think Mbappe will play in the lineup. But they will face a very good Celta. Is one of the teams who is playing better here in Spain. They have just renewed to his coach Giraldes. So I think they are in a really good performance right now.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because on the face of it, you say, well, Celta Vigo haven't beaten Real Madrid in the league since 2014, but it's different, isn't it? I mean, it's very different to head-to-heads between a lot of sides who are equal. And actually, 2014 is actually not too bad for a team to beat Real Madrid.
Yeah, not a different situation. It's true that since 14 they have not beaten Real in Vigo, but anyway, I think this is the opportunity. This is the match. This is the day. I think Real Madrid came from an international stop, so a lot of players have even traveled to South America. A lot of injured people. Mbappe has just recovered from his injury. I think it's the opportunity, is the occasion for Celta Vigo in the recent history to beat Real.
It might not be the day to jump too strongly onto Real Madrid. I mean, one of the interesting Celta Vigo stories, of course, is 37-year-old Iago Aspas, who did have a very brief time at Liverpool and I think very briefly at Sevilla as well. So far, I mean, for a 37-year-old, as a 37-year-old man myself, 4 goals in 9 games is a pretty good run.
Yeah, I mean, is the man to watch out for Real Madrid, is the idol in Vigo. 4 goals already is a good performance for him. And he's not in the national team. Some people is asking him for the national team, but I think Iago can be the key man of this match, and the Celta Vigo people is just confident of him. Good figures for Iago in this beginning of the season. Yes.
So are we saying that it wouldn't surprise us if Real Madrid won, but this could be one of the best chances Celta Vigo have had for a long time to beat them?
I think it's the best chances since at least last 10 years. I think Celta was in crisis in the last year, also considering the Rafa Benitez era. Now they have a new coach from homemade Giraldes, who has renewed right now. They are playing really well. They have not players injured, so I think it's the time to do it. And as we say, Real Madrid is not coming in the best situation, let's say.
Be fascinating to see what happens there. Let's move on to Atletico Madrid against Leganes. I mean, this is a really interesting game, but Juan, will anyone be in the stadium to watch it?
I think it's a little derby from Madrid, but as you say, people, I mean, the stadium, part of it is already banned, so it will be a strange situation without the better fans of Atletico. We will see what happens, because still they have to appeal the situation, but it will be an abnormal situation on the stands because of this no audience in the stadium. Yeah.
And I mean, Diego Simeone and Atletico's form is not brilliant in all competitions for a club of their quality. I mean, 1 win in 5 in all competitions. They went to Portugal and got absolutely battered by Benfica. They need a bit of an improvement.
Yes, for me, it's a very disappointed beginning of the season for Cholo Simeone. Already 7 points behind Barcelona, 4 points behind Real Madrid. I think it's too many points behind, considering the matches we have already played. So I think even apart from the situation of the audience, I think it's a good match for Atletico to begin the new situation, to begin to convince their fans, because Leganes, of course, have nothing to lose, and theoretically, it's an easy side for Atletico in their stadium.
And Leganes, of course, have drawn 3 on the bounce, so maybe a little tricky to beat, even if you're not expecting Leganes to get the win this weekend. One side who really surprised me so far this season is Villarreal, who've had a really, really good term so far. 4th in La Liga after 9 games. I had them down as potential, not relegation, but just sort of a mid-table struggler this season. But they haven't been that. They've been absolutely excellent, Juan. They've scored 10 at home so far this season as well. I thought Villarreal were a great way into this weekend. I think they've got a brilliant chance against Getafe.
Yes, different styles. Marcelino, Bordalas, they have enormous historical rivalry from one against each other. So it's gonna be a very interesting game, and I think Villarreal can go to the European positions. I think they have the team for that. I mean, I'm not so pessimistic as you. I think they have to be even trying to fight for Champions League, considering the 5 teams going there. So I think, it's a good different styles match to watch how Marcelino and Bordalas have the plan of the game.
Well, I mean, only Barcelona and Real Madrid have beaten Villarreal so far this season, so there's no shame in that whatsoever. What has been so good about this Marcelino side this term?
I think Barcelona has a really attractive proposal, very offensive, but also having a good defense, good balance for the team. I think it's one of the best coaches in Spain so far, even considering that some players have already left. But I think they have an enormous number 10, Baena, who has scored with Spain. Who is one of the? I think I can say that it could be one of the better players in this La Liga, and I don't think Villarreal can hold him many times, because more years, because I think Premier League or Serie A is fighting for him. So watch out with Baena, because he's an enormous player. Maybe it's not so popular than others, but tremendous player.
And only 23 as well, which I think, we're talking about a player with a very long career still ahead of him. I mean, 23, Alex Baena has been absolutely superb so far this season. And finally, Juan, we'll head to Barcelona against Sevilla now. Since we last spoke, Barcelona have won back-to-back games. They've not conceded and have been absolutely devastating. Still some injury issues. There's always going to be injury issues, sadly, around Dani Olmo. But despite being top of La Liga after 9 games, I still don't quite know what to do with this Barcelona side, Juan. I mean, how do you assess this team at the moment?
Well, I think they were really consistent, even considering they were beaten in Osasuna in Pamplona. But I think they have an impressive beginning of the season with Lewandowski. But watch out, because Lewandowski was a bit injured with Poland. We don't know if he will play or not 100%. But difficult game for Sevilla. Sevilla is not in their best year, their best performance, even considering they have won 2 games in the last journeys. But difficult game for Sevilla. I think Barcelona is really favorite, and I will not be strange if they score 3 goals in this game.
Sevilla, over the years, certainly over the last few years, have really struggled away from the Pichuan. I mean, no matter the manager, no matter the situation, even going back to when they were slightly more stable behind the scenes, Juan, Sevilla don't tend to do brilliantly on the road. They'll have little runs here and there, but away from the Pichuan, they never seem to get it right for long enough. What do you have a theory as to why that's the case? Because as a bettor, as a football fan myself, I never want to back Sevilla to win when they're on the road.
It's true. Away they are not so strong as in the Sanchez Pizjuán. Maybe because Pizjuán is a very hot stadium, very strong stadium for them, and maybe they cannot maintain this performance away. Also, there were not a lot of stability in the sense of coaches in the sense of the president. So this affects more away than at home. But it's true that away they are not so consistent, and I believe that in Barcelona they will have a difficult way.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise. I mean, everyone's going to struggle in Barcelona, but if you're a bad away already, then it's not going to help. Just one final word outside of the matches this weekend, and that is the further rumours about Erling Haaland's future. Everyone initially assumed it was going to be Real Madrid, although obviously with Kylian Mbappe there, you'd argue a superstar slot is filled. And now the rumours are Barcelona, that he's decided perhaps that Barcelona is the way for him. I mean, it sounds like he wants to go to Spain, but are we sure it's definitely Barcelona if he does, Juan?
Well, difficult to say right now. I think he loves Spain. He's always in Marbella, Malaga, just having sun. So I think definitely the next step for him in his head is La Liga, is Spain, and Barcelona or Real Madrid. I mean, Real Madrid now has a difficult way because Mbappe, Vinicius, Bellingham, so many players up front, so difficult for Haaland to go there. And in Barcelona, the question is, has right now Barcelona the money to pay Haaland? The answer is no. But we will see what happens in next years. I cannot say that next year they will have the money to do it. But right now, the financial situation of Barcelona is not the ideal one to sign a star like Mbappe, like Haaland.
It's going to be fascinating to see how that goes. Juan, enjoy your time in Florida, my friend. I'm very, very jealous of you over there at the moment as it's freezing cold and raining where I am. We will speak to you next week ahead of the next round of La Liga fixtures.
We will be with Lionel Messi, so it will be fine. It will be enjoyable.
Yeah, so that's even worse. You've got the lovely sunshine and you're now with the greatest player of all time. I'm in the rain and, well, I'm here. Goodbye.